Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Peter Dunn.
Mr. Speaker, as some members will know, I'm part of the Cantabrian diaspora, and while that is fun at times of rivalry between provinces and competition, it's an occasion like this that brings home to you what your roots mean to you. When you know, and I take the point that Mr. Anderton made, of family who are somewhere in the central city at the moment that you cannot contact, when you see the scenes of devastation, Christchurch Cathedral was an icon, and to see the spire crumble is something that I never thought imaginable. I've seen the photographs of what happened in the 1886 earthquake when it did crumble, and I take some comfort from the fact that the rebuilding of Christchurch Cathedral and the restoration of it to its original grandeur became a symbol then for the recovery of the province from the devastation of the earthquake, and I believe in its own way it will serve that purpose now. But Mr. Speaker, when the big quake struck in September, and everyone said, weren't we lucky it was at that hour of the morning when we're all asleep? Imagine had it been 2 hours earlier, or perish the thought in the middle of the day, of a working day, what would have happened? That reality now strikes home. And over the next little while, I think New Zealand is going to be in for a very tragic and torrid time as the consequences in human terms, in physical terms, and in terms of the natural environment become obvious for Christchurch. In the longer term, this is about how our country pulls together to help the people of Christchurch and Canterbury recover. This is a time where all of the political differences and all the other differences we have somehow seem utterly irrelevant and pointless. We're focused on a tragedy. We're focused on recovery. And Mr. Speaker, I know that everyone would wish the authorities from central government, local government, those who will be involved, the civil defence authorities, well as they commence that task. Can I simply say in conclusion, sir, that I understand that the Inland Revenue Department building in Christchurch has suffered some significant damage, and I simply want to say to the staff of that department that we will work with them to help the restoration. I know they had a tough time during the first quake, and I hope that they aren't too shattered or devastated by these events. But their story will be like the story of so many, and it's a story we're going to hear repeatedly over the days ahead, and our challenge is to work with people to come to grips with that and enable them to pick up the threads of daily life as quickly as possible.